Back pick attempt goes out into right field. And the runner, J.T. Summers, who was the 3-hitter, advances to second base. It's a 1-0 count here to Zach Wadas. Runners on second and third after the failed back pick attempt.
Why the fuck would you leave during the intros? Don't do that.
Fly ball down the right field line, trailing towards the corner. And it gets over the wall in right field. A 3-run homer off the bat of Zach Wadas. And quickly the Raptors strike first. It's 3-0 in the top of the first inning. That'll bring up Reagan McCluskey. Raptors jump up here to a quick 3-0 lead after the home run from Zach Wadas, showing why the Raptors have him in the cleanup spot tonight. Base is empty now. Some cloud cover earlier, but opening up after some pretty heavy rain to be a beautiful night here at Civic Field. The 1-0 in there. 1-1 now.
Oh, really?
1-2 now. Strike 3 called on the outer edge. McCluskey set down. And that'll bring up Jaden Blalik, playing second base for Ridgefield tonight. Outside a ball. Still 2-0 here. Jaden Blalik trying to keep the inning alive here for Ridgefield. Pitch on the way. Still raining here in Port Angeles. The cover blowing in the way of the camera out there in center field as it starts to come down. And the 2-1 is in there, evens out the count 2-2. Technical difficulties to start this one off. All around. The wind blew the camera out of angle, and now the cover blown in front of it. But it's a 3-2 count here with 2 outs. And ball 4 up high. Matt Capel loses them. And a shaky start here as the camera now almost completely obstructs the view. And until the wind gets things back into proportion, we will switch camera angles to the infield camera. Pitching change here early on as there's some danger on the base paths for a second time here. Capel gives up a 3-run shot, walks a batter, and that is the end of his day. It is Devin Hewitt quickly out of the bullpen for the Port Angeles Lefties. The center field camera back into good enough proportion to where we can use it. The wind has died down a little bit out there in center field, as it blows right back in front of the camera. And that'll bring up Liam Ostrom, the designated hitter for the Ridgefield Raptors. First pitch on the way from Hewitt. He's in there for a strike. Ostrom looking to keep the inning alive here for the Ridgefield Raptors. First pitch on the way, down low and away in the dirt. It is ground back there by the back stump. But the count moves to 1-1. Carter Enoch behind the plate for the Port Angeles Lefties. As that is waved out and missed for strike 2. Wind blowing all over the place here at Civic Field. Now entirely obstructing the center field camera. It's 1-2 now. And it's outside. Three and two. Strike 3 called right down the middle and off speed gets him out of it. So We go to the bottom of the first inning. Raptors strike first on a 3-run shot off the bat of Zach Wadas. And the Lefties look to get back at it right here in the bottom half of the inning when we come back. It's Vasquez to lead things off here for the Lefties in the bottom of the first inning. He awaits the first pitch and hacks at it. Sends it just foul. 0-1 now. That's in there for a strike. It's 1-2. Taken outside. Slider can't find the zone. Evens up the count. Shot left side of the infield. Gloved over there at short by Michael Perazzo and thrown to first in time to get Vasquez. That'll bring up the catcher, Carter Enoch.
Number 13, Carter Enoch.
First pitch down Broadway. 0-1 to Enoch with one gone. Oh and 1. Inside to Enoch. Misses. 1 ball, 1 strike now. foul ball from Enoch, makes it 1-2. It's also fouled off. It's 1-2. A starter for Richfield, Jordan Haber, features a fastball that gets just about as high as his changeup. His changeup hits 85 miles an hour on the radar gun, at least via TrackMan. And that's a breaking ball fouled away by Enoch, a competitive at bat here. He's staying on top of it. 1-2. Still. One-two pitch on the way. Strike three called, a fastball on the outer edge. And there's two gone here in the inning. Enoch down on strikes, and that brings up
number 24,
Ethan Wood.
Ethan Wood.
Spent his spring at Regis, hit 15 home runs there. And last night hit one out to right center. Looks to replicate that result and put the lefties right back in it here. That's in there, a strike. 0-1 to Wood. Waved at and missed. 0-2 now. Skied into center field. And Strutt gets there, sits there to get the third out of the inning. We go to the second now. And the Raptors a 3-0 lead. Noah Albanese in to kick things off here for the Ridgefield Raptors in the top of the second inning. Their right fielder, followed by on deck the center fielder Bren Strutt in the 9-hole, and then the top of the order. They made some progress in the batting order in the first inning. 1-0. Outside, a ball. Devin Hewitt on the bump for the Lefties. Good. It does get away from the glove of Enoch behind the plate, but that is a strike, 2-1. Pitch on the way from Hewitt. Slider. Good breaking ball. Gets over the zone. 2-2 now. Lefty's definitely looking for a quicker inning. And that'll start it off right there. Devin Hewitt, breaking ball, looking strike 3. Sets down Noah Albanese and records the first out of the inning.
The center fielder, number 15, Ben Struck.
First pitch down low, a ball, 1-0. Put that one in there. 1-1. The 1-1 in there. And now Hewitt ahead.
Is that the sweep? I won't call it sweep because it kind of looks like a sweep. Look at that. Look at that.
The 2-2 fouled away. Two on the way. Check swing. Did he go? No. Called a ball.
This ain't Cruz is a new guy.
And it's 3-2. Strike 3 called on the inner edge. Down goes Strutt. We go to the top of the order. Ken Tomitaka for the second time today.
Third baseman, number 6, Ken Totemaka.
The first pitch on the edge, a strike. Fastball reaches 90 miles an hour there. That one's popped up. 90 as well. And quickly, the second baseman, Wyatt Muller, under it to make the grab. We go now to the bottom of the second inning. Lefties would have loved that in the bottom or in the top of the first half. But Devin Hewitt comes out, delivers what was needed. A bounce back inning. We go to the bottom of the second. Lefties have a deficit.
Don't worry about that.
It is Caden Young to lead things off here for the Lefties in the bottom half of the second inning. That pitch outside, 1-0. One 0 breaking ball checks the bottom of the zone. It's 1 ball, 1 strike now. Young fouls that one away. The left fielder from Fordham University. That one misses low. 2-2 now. Two check swing, appeal down to first, did not go. And it's 3-2. Three and two. Grounded softly left side, stays just foul. Count remains 3-2. Three and two to Caden Young. Grounded foul left side. And Young stays alive. Full count pitch once again. Skied high towards the left side. Looks to stay in play, but just goes past the fence out there in left field foul territory. The 3-2 pop towards the right side. Quickly, JT Summers getting under it and recording the first out down the first base line. And that'll bring up the designated hitter, Caden Campbell.
Number 30, Campbell.
Caleb Campbell had the home run in the first game of the homestand. This is now game 4. As the first pitch to Campbell misses for a ball. And that's grounded foul, makes the count 1-1. The 1-1, a breaking ball with Good movement. Gets just across the zone at 80 miles an hour. Matanako on deck as Campbell fouls that one off. Stays alive here in a 1-2 count. Campbell looking to recreate his game one shot over the left field fence onto 3rd Street out there in left field. Here's the 1-2. Grounded, hard left side, scooped, and the throw made by Michael Perazzo in time for the second out.
The third baseman from Fordham University, number 37, Madden Akko.
A new ball requested by the arm on the mound, Jordan Haver. We will see what he does with it. Pitch on the way. In there for a strike. That one just misses a ball. 1-1. The pitch from Haver in there to Akko is down low a ball, 2-1. It's up high now, 3-1. Three and one with 2 out here in the inning. Foul ball, 3-2. Akko last night was a pinch hitter and went 1 for 1. The 3-2 just up high, misses for ball 4. It's now Wyatt Moeller in the box as the first pitch to him misses low. The commit to St. Mary's College, straight out of high school. Thank you. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here to Wyatt Moeller. Pitch on the way is shot into center field, hit hard, but the read made out there by Ben Strutt for the 3rd out of the inning. Lefties get traffic, a base runner here in the bottom of the 2nd, but cannot score him. We go now to the top of the 3rd inning, and the Ridgefield Raptors lead 3-0. Michael Peraza coming in now for the Ridgefield Raptors, their shortstop, as the first pitch into him is a ball. That's down low. 2 balls, no strikes now. Ridgefield ahead 3-0, trying to add on here. Devin Hewitt having a good outing so far, pumping his fastball up to 90 miles an hour. And looking to shut down the Raptors. It's 3-1. Three and 1. Strike 2 called on the outside edge. Peraza thought it was ball 4. Looked to be in the middle of tossing his bat out there. Was denied by the home plate umpire. Here's the 3-2 on the way from Devin Hewitt. Pitch is just low in the dirt for ball 4.
First baseman, number 20, JT Summers.
Pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1. That is down low and inside. Enoch had to get out of his stance to go grab it nearly behind the batter. JT Summers. Pickoff attempt, not in time. The 1-1 breaking ball on the inner edge catches the zone. 1-2 now. Hewitt's ahead. Wave and a miss for strike 3. Hewitt picks up his 3rd of the day.
Number 23, Zach Watts.
And that'll bring up Zach Watts with 1 on and 1 out. He tries to lay a bunt down. It gets in the dirt. Peraza stays put over at first base. It's 1-0. 1-0, 1 out. Pickoff attempt not in time. The second one of the at-bat. Another pickoff move not in time. He's not having that very big of a lead over at first base. He gets off the bag again. Takes an extra step. Hewitt working from the stretch. Runner stays put. Swing and a miss from Wattis. Breaking ball down and away. Count moves to 1-1. Change up there. The 1-1. Bunt laid down. Hewitt picks it up, goes right to the bag at first for the out. And after Wattis lays down the bunt to get the runner in scoring position, in steps Reagan McCluskey.
Catcher number 18, Regan McCluskey.
The first pitch to McCluskey is in there for a strike. Fastball in the high 80s. And it's 0-1. Pitch on the way. Swung on, hit towards the right side. It is Ethan Wood trailing over towards foul territory and cannot make the grab. The count moves 0-2 on McCluskey. Fouled back. Stays 0-2. 0-2 here with 2 outs. Pitch on the way. Down low and away. In the dirt for ball 1. Hewitt trying to finish his second inning of work. And 1-2 likely sticks with the breaking ball here. There it is. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Down he goes. He sits down. The third out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the third on a slider for a strikeout. And the Lefties have 3-0 to climb back from. Sam Matisich in to kick things off for the Port Angeles Lefties in the bottom of the third inning. As there's a discussion being had on the infield between the Ridgefield head coach and the umpires. As a bunt attempt gets popped high in the air, goes foul. That's outside. The count moves now to 2-1. Now 3-1. Luke Floodstrom on deck for the Port Angeles Lefties. In a 3-1 count here, that is just on the edge. The count moves to 3-2 now. The pitch to Matisich, lined into center field, but right at the man out there in center, Ben Strutt, for the first down of the inning. Now we go to Luke Floodstrom, the recent graduate of Port Angeles High School a couple years back. Was at Yakima Valley Community College. That is up and in. Nearly gets Floodstrom, but he watches it. 1-0. That is right down Broadway. Curveball breaks just across the middle of the zone. It's a 1-1 count now to Floodstrom. As he awaits the pitch from the right-hander, it is shot down the third base line. Base hit for Floodstrom. He's getting the wave from Vasquez, the stop sign from Bray at third, and it's going to be a one-out double for the Lefties right fielder. Extra base hit for Luke Floodstrom gets things started here in the bottom of the third inning.
The shortstop from Dodge City Community College, number 12, Angel Vasquez.
Pickoff attempt not in time. First pitch to Vasquez, just outside a ball. One gone here in the inning for Angel Vasquez. Or on hell. As that is shot high into shallow center field. Coming in on it and making the grab out there is Ben Strutt. For the second out of the inning, Floodstrom stays put on his bag. And that'll bring up the top of the order.
Catcher from Saddleback
Well,
College,
Vasquez was the top of the order after Floodstrom. That'll continue the top of the order. The number 2 hitter, Carter Enoch, playing catcher for the Port Angeles Lefties tonight. Rain once again starting to sprinkle here at Civic Field. It is 1-0 to Carter Enoch.
Basically, it has to be barrel.
1-0 to Enoch, the Lefties catcher. Breaking ball hit sharply down the line, and a foul ball just shy of the line on the left field side would have brought in the run from second baseman Luke Floodstrom. Nearly kicked up chalk. Instead, Enoch trots back to the plate, likely with a similar approach. The mentality in baseball is only a change in timing when you hit a barrel like that. 1-1, 2 gone here in the inning. Pickoff attempt dropped out there at second base. Count remains 1-1 to Enoch. With 2 outs after the shallow center field fly ball. Pitch on the way, swung on, fouled back. Count moves to 1-2. One and two outs here in the inning. Enoch looking to cash one in here for the Lefties. Floodstrom leading off second. The second baseman trailing towards a pickoff attempt. That's up high and away to Enoch. Evens out the count. 2-2 here with 2 outs in a 3-0 ball game here in the third inning. Rain's starting to come down a little bit harder here in Port Angeles. And a pitch clock violation out there on the mound. Jordan Haver. Makes the count 3-2, and it's upstairs. Ball 4. Floodstrom advances to third base on the wild pitch. So now it's runners on the corners here for the Port Angeles Lefties with 2 men out. And who else would you want at the plate than someone who can easily tie the game with one swing? Showed it last night. Ethan Wood. Runners on the corners for the Lefties. Runners get their leads. Pitch on the way. It is in the dirt. And Enoch advances to second. Now a base hit could score both runs here for Ethan Wood. Jordan Haver looking to play a little bit of damage control here and get out of the inning without a run allowed. Ethan Wood, definitely a guy that you do not mind at the plate in this situation if you're Donald Ray, the head coach of the Port Angeles Lefties. The 1-0 pitch as he comes set, is fired inside a ball. It's a 2-0 count here. Wood ahead, looking to put it in play. Check swing, down low, called a ball. 3-0 now. Caden Young from Fordham University on deck. The left fielder 0 for 1 tonight. Three and 0. 2 outs here in the inning. Woods got to look for one in the wheelhouse. There it was, but taking till he gets one. 3 balls, 1 strike. This is the count that had happened in last night. It was 3-0. He got a freebie fastball and took the next pitch over the right center field fence. He comes set. Pitch on the way. Taken up high, ball 4. Ethan Wood loads the bases here for the Lefties left fielder, Caden Young. Now it's damage control, the pitching coach for the Ridgefield Raptors, coming out to have a little chat on the mound with his buddy, Jordan Haver. And as the mound visit concludes, you wonder what he could have said to the starter, Jordan Haver. A ball into the gap ties this game for Caden Young. And quickly, a high leverage situation early in this ball game. Caden Young awaits the first pitch from Haver. Here it is, the right-hander's first pitch is down low, a ball. Caden Young gets ahead, 1-0. Any old out will do it for Jordan Haver. That won't do it, though. It's down low, 2-0. Caden Young ahead 2-0 now. And the philosophy here after a walk to the last batter and being ahead 2-0 has got to be take till you get one. Unless it's right down the middle, then hack away. Here's the 2-0 to Caden Young. Here it is. Up high, ball 3. And 1 pitch away for the Lefties from getting one back here. Three and 0. Pitch on the way to Young. Auto take, freebie fastball in there. 3-1. He found the zone when he needed to, kept the at-bat alive. A huge opportunity here early in this game for the Port Angeles Lefties. They'd love to get one back. Young, awaiting the 3-1 from Haver. Swung on, popped up right side, trailing and getting out of play. The count fills up at 3-2, and the ultimate payoff pitch coming with 3-2, 2 outs and the bases loaded. A base hit guarantees at least 1, if not 2. And something more than that guarantees all 3. Pitch on the way, swung on, fouled back. And with the bases loaded, all 3 runners were off with the pitch. It's 3-2, 2 out. Once again, both runners off with a pitch. Soft dribbler hit off the foot of Caden Young. And we go back to another 3-2, 2 out pitch with the bases loaded. The third time is the charm, is the way the saying goes. This will be the third full count pitch with 2 outs. Three-two once again. Strike 3 called on the outer edge. Curveball breaks just there. And we go to the top of the 4th inning where Jordan Haver escapes a stressful situation out there on the mound, stays alive, and keeps the shutout alive. 3-0 on the Lefties. We go to the 4th. Jaden Blalock to kick things off here in the top of the 4th inning for the Ridgefield Raptors, as the first pitch to him is in there for a strike. As you can see from the home plate view, the cloud cover still very much behind Civic Field. And it's still raining a little bit. Conveniently placed camera angle, as that is hit right over to Vasquez at short, and the play made. 1 gone in the inning. Down goes Blalock, and in comes Liam Ostrom. Last season, there was not a single rainy home game at Civic Field. An odd thing to have in Port Angeles. This marks the first one in over a summer. There was a few drops before a game in mid-July, but it died down. This is the first real rain we've had at a Lefties game in a long time. 1-1 with 1 out. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. A good breaking ball there. Gets Ostrom to wave at it. 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The slider fastball combo blows it right by the bat of Liam Ostrom. And now Noah Albanese for the Raptors.
Noah Albanese.
Fastball just misses the first pitch. And it's 1-0 here with 2 gone in the inning. 2-0 Albanese. The second pitch down low as well. Two and 0. Albanese check swing. Appeal. None needed. A called strike regardless. And the count moves to 2-1. In there. 2-2 now. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 gone in the inning. Hewitt trying to work a 2-2 count into the third out. The pitch to Albanese. Slider that he thought was going to be called strike 3. Took a stroll off the mound. A big league take from Albanese. Keeps the at-bat alive. At 1-4. A walk here. And a rainbow in left field as we had the score bug. Right there at Civic Field, the sun coming out after the rain. A beautiful sight to see, of course, at a baseball game. Out there in left field. As now in steps Ben Strutt, the center fielder. The first pitch to Strutt. Check swing, doesn't go. And it's 1-0. It's 2-0 now to Strutt. The breaking ball misses low. Two and 0. Breaking ball did not go on the check swing. Even the appeal says so. 3 balls, no strikes with 2 outs to Ben Strutt. As the Raptors threaten with traffic here in the top of the 4th inning. Hewitt's 3-0, misses low in the dirt, and both runners now on with 2 outs. Pitching coach Colby Schubert out to talk to Hewitt on the mound. A quick visit, of course. Hewitt tapping his cleats on the mound. Of course, with a little bit of overcast, a little bit of rain. Likely just getting a little bit of wet dirt stuck in his cleats, affecting his grip on the pitching rubber.
Third baseman, number 6,
And that'll bring up the top of the order, Kento Mataka. Hewitt's first pitch looks like he found his footing. A breaking ball that broke perfectly away from the strike zone. Got the swing. 0-1. Lefties trail 3-0. Wave and a miss on the breaking ball again. It is now 0-2. Oh, 2. 2 straight breaking balls. Likely won't see anything here in an 0-2 count. other than the fastball. There it is. Misses up and in. 1-2. The 1-2 slider called. Strike 3 on the outer edge. Have a day. Hewitt comes in, strikes out 7 in 3 innings pitched. Did walk 3. Throws 53 pitches, strikes out 6. Correction. And we go now to the bottom of the 4th inning, where the Ridgefield Raptors, in a 3-0 game after a bases loaded, stranded situation, leave their starter out there. When we come back, it will still be Jordan Haver. A beautiful shot out there in left field as we get back to baseball here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Caleb Campbell, the man who homered in game 1 of this series, leading things off for the Port Angeles Lefties. The first pitch down at the bottom of the strike zone for strike 1. It is 0-1 now. Breaking ball just misses low. 1-1. Wave and a miss there. And the count is 1-2 on Campbell. Wave and miss there from Caleb Campbell. Another strikeout for the man on the mound, Jordan Haver. He's allowed 1 hit, struck out 3 batters.
The third baseman from Fordham University, number 37.
That brings in Caden Young. First pitch misses. And that's fouled back. 1-1. That is shot out to right field, but the catch made by Noah Albanese out there for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up the lefty second baseman, Wyatt Moeller.
University, number 9, Wyatt Moeller.
Just another look at beautiful Civic Field tonight. as the first pitch to Moeller is shot up the middle. A leaping attempt by the second baseman, Jaden Blalik, can't get it. And a 2-out base hit for Wyatt Moeller will bring up the center fielder, Sam Matisich.
Number 11, Sam Matisich.
Pickoff attempt, not in time. Two outs to Matisich. Pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. The count, 0-1. Matisich has shown in the past he has the ability to leave the ballpark. Last season was one of the team leaders for the Port Angeles Lefties in home runs. Here in the 0-1 count, he will take a ball just below the zone, 1-0. One ball and one strike. With a runner on first base here and 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th inning. Fouled away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Make sure we have the count correct here. With 2 outs. The pitch to Sam. Strike 3 called on the outer edge. Another strikeout for the Ridgefield Raptors starter, Jordan Haver, number 4 on the day in 4 innings of 1-hit baseball for Ridgefield. We go to the top of the 5th inning. Nearly halfway through this ball game, Ridgefield holds on to the 3-0 lead they picked up in the top half of the 1st. It's Michael Perazzo here to lead off things at the top of the 5th inning for the leading Ridgefield Raptors, the left-handed shortstop. That's outside. First pitch of ball. 1-0. That fastball just misses the zone. It's 2-0. Working from behind in the count. He does fire one in there, Devin Hewitt. Hewitt has 7 strikeouts through 3 and a third innings pitched on the day. Walked 3, has not given up a hit. It's a 3-1 count to Peraza, but that does find the zone a strike. Fouled back into the cage. Count remains full. Sun starting to creep in through the clouds here at Civic Field. 3-2, wave and a miss upstairs. The 8th strikeout of the night for Devin Hewitt. He is having a night.
The first baseman, number 20, JT Summers.
The pitch to Summers fouled away. 0-1. Down low. Evens out the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. 4 of Hewitt's 8 strikeouts tonight are via looking. The other 4 swinging. That is not a bad stat to have through 3 2/3 innings pitched. Here's Hewitt's 1-2 to Summers. Popped foul. Hits the net above the cage back there, and it's a dead ball. The 1-2 shot into center field. Matisic trailing back. And on the run. Does make the catch out there. Took a second to see whether the ball slipped out of his glove or not in the wet weather. But a nice play by Sam Matisic, trailing a long ways to his left in the right center field gap to make the play. And here comes Zach Wattis.
CJ, the Boopty guy's also on that song. Whatever.
2-0. 2 out. Pitch to Wattis. Swung on and missed. It kicks off all the way of Enoch behind the plate, and he will now go have a chat with Hewitt out there on the mound. As the rain starts to fall again here in Port Angeles. You wonder what the visit could be about after a swinging strike. Probably just to talk about the playing conditions and the rain starting to come down once again. Talk about pitches to throw, and that one once again off of Enoch. That is why you wear the gear as a catcher. 2-2 to Zach Wattis. 3-0 ball game. Hewitt looking to continue excellence. 8 strikeouts on the day. The 2-2 pitch on the way. Down low, fills up the count. Full count. Check swing. He didn't go. Called strike 3 regardless. The 9th strikeout through 4 1/3 innings pitched for Devin Hewitt. Unbelievable pitching performance. He comes in to get the 3rd out of the 1st inning and shoves after that. 9 strikeouts, 5 of them looking. That one with a painted fastball on the corner. A great day for Hewitt as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning in what has been, since the top of the 1st, a pitching duel. It's the new arm out on the mound. Caden Thompson for the Ridgefield Raptors. Left-handed pitcher fires the first pitch up high for a ball. Bottom of the 5th inning here. Halfway through this game. Obviously, there's something to look at with Caden Thompson's delivery. If you haven't noticed it already, he keeps his arm tucked behind his back and comes through at a 3/4 to sidearm arm angle, and he throws pretty hard too. Mid-80s on that last pitch, the 2-1. Strike 2 called at the bottom of the zone. That is grounded softly towards the right side of the infield. A quick play made and in time by the second baseman, Jaden Blalik.
The shortstop from Dodge City Community College, number 12, Angel Vasquez.
First pitch to Vasquez is in there, a strike, 0-1. That is grounded to a shortstop this time. The throw made over by Perazo in time. The second out of the inning. 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The top of the first was a little lengthy with a couple walks from the starting pitcher, Matt Capel, and 3 runs scored. And then, since then, it has been pitching brilliance on either side. Simply put, Devin Hewitt, 4 1/3 innings pitched, 9 strikeouts, 3 walks, but no runs allowed. And on the Ridgefield side of things, their starter threw 4 innings of 2-hit shutout baseball, and now it's Caden Thompson, who has retired too quickly. The first pitch in there, a strike with 2 outs. That's fouled back. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here to the Lefties catcher, Carter Enoch. Check swing. Foul ball off the bat of Carter Enoch, the Lefties catcher. The rain dying down here in Port Angeles. Not as heavy as it was before. Still a little bit out there as that is flared into center field, but the catch made while trailing backwards by the second baseman, Jaden Blalick. That is the 3rd out of the inning. Quick 3 outs. We go to the 6th inning. Lefties trail 3-0. Ridgefield having a day so far. It's Jackson Camper out of the bullpen for the Port Angeles Lefties, wearing number 44, his first appearance on the season, or at least the home season. As his first pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1. Off to a good start from Camper. Grounded foul. Camper at Edmonds College this year. As that one misses just outside. Through 8 appearances, 9 1/3 innings pitched in relief, giving up 11 hits, struck out 6 batters, averaged Almost 8 strikeouts per 9 innings. That's outside as well. 2-2 now. Camper also pitched at Edmonds College last year. That's grounded towards the left side. The play made over at third and unable to be picked by Ethan Wood. The runner in McCluskey advances over to second on the errant throw. And the Ridgefield Raptors have a runner on here early in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Second baseman, number 4, Jaden Blalick.
Jaden Blalick coming in now with a runner in scoring position and nobody out. Camper comes in, rolls a ground ball, doesn't get the result he wants out of the ground ball. Now faces Blalick. 1 at bat, 1 walk. No hits on the night. But the first pitch is in there for a strike. Oh, and 1. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike now. Campbell, 5'11", 170 pounds. As that is up high. His hometown is Olympia, Washington, the capital of the state. Two and 1. Grounded, foul down the left field line. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. To the second baseman, Jaden Blalick. Designated hitter Liam Ostrom on deck. And Noah Albanese after that. Two up high, fills up the count to Jaden Blalick. Past halfway through this ball game. Camper takes a breath, fires, swing and a miss. Strike 3. Down goes Jaden Blalick. Reaches back and fires a fastball in there for the first out of the inning.
The designated hitter, number 24, Liam Ostrom.
Liam Ostrom up now. As that is outside a ball. 1-0. A pickoff move over to second base. Errant throw, but stopped over there by Wyatt Muller. Want to know? Just below the zone. 2 balls, no strikes now. Camper working from behind in the count. Up and in. 3 balls, no strikes now. 3 balls, no strikes. Except for that one. Fired in there at mid-80s. 87 miles an hour on the gun. 3 balls, 1 strike here. Ball 4 up high. And now runners on first and second with 1 out. Albanese steps in now. So far tonight, 0 for 1 with a walk. Not the only one on the team to have that stat line. The 1-0 shot to center field. Matisic reining back, and to his right, it drops behind him. He reins it in, but there will be 1 run scored on the play to throw to third. Not in time and by him. Matanako can't field. And an RBI double. And advances both runners to second and third.
Fielder number 15, Ben Strutt.
Noah Albanese cashes in with his first hit of the day and an RBI. That'll bring in Ben Strutt, the center fielder for the Ridgefield Raptors, with a newly introduced 4-0 lead here in the bottom of the top of the 6th inning. First pitch, up high, a ball, 1-0. Top of the order on deck. Strutt awaits and looks at the 1-0 in there for a strike. One and one. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Strutt has to regain his balance and flail his arms a little bit after that hack. Walks back into the box. 1-2 against Jackson Camper. Camper looking for the second out of the inning here. He struck out 1. Here's the 1-2 on the way. Shot. Center field, right center field, and a call for the ball in the outfield. Catch is made over there in right. But a throw in not in time to either cutoff man or third base. Misses. Second out of the inning, but another run scores. And the Ridgefield Raptors take a 5-0 lead here in the top of the 6th.
The third baseman, number 6, Ken Tomataki.
It's the top of the order. Ken Tomataka up now to lead things off for the order. In the top of the 6th. Tries to lay down a bunt. Pulls back. And it's 0-1 after the called strike. That one misses. Tomataka 0 for 3 without a walk today. One of the only guys in the lineup for the Ridgefield Raptors to not reach base via the walk today. 2-1, 2 outs. Camper's pitch fouled away, and it's out of play. 2-2 with 2 outs in the inning for Jackson Camper. Two and two with 2 outs here for Camper. Pitch on the way inside, and it gets him. Hit by pitch. Tomitaka now has reached base today. And there are runners on the corners here with 2 outs. That'll bring up the second hitter, Michael Perazzo. Perazzo tonight came around to score after walking. One of the 5 runs for the Ridgefield Raptors tonight. On the corners here, 2 outs for Jackson Camper to Michael Perazzo. Bunt laid down, left side. Camper throw to first. Up high, not in time. Run scores on the 2-out bunt from Michael Perazzo. First and second now. A 6-0 lead for Ridgefield here in the top of the 6th inning with 2 outs. Camper wearing this one. He will stay on the mound. They will let him work his way out of the jam. Pitch on the way to JT Summers, up high and away. The 1-0. Down low in the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes. Two and 0, 2 gone in the inning. Camper working from behind, popped up right side. Wood looking to end the inning towards the wall out there by the dugout, and it drops on the concourse at Civic Field. 2-1. The 2-1 shot to center field. Matisich sitting right under it for the 3rd out of the inning. We go to the bottom half of the 6th, and the Lefties have some work to do. They trail 6-0 here on a rainy into clear night at Civic Field. Cloud cover still there. The Lefties offense looking to claw back as we get well into the second half of this ballgame. power hitting first baseman Ethan Wood in there. Watches strike one. A breaking ball. It's 0-1. The side armor fires a breaking ball in there. He is very effective so far tonight. Caden Campbell. Wave and a miss from Ethan Wood. A 3-pitch strikeout to kick things off here in the bottom of the 6th inning. A very, very efficient at bat for the arm on the mound, Caden Thompson. Excuse me, not Campbell. Caden Young, the left fielder from Fordham University, cuts and misses at the first pitch. It's 0-1. The 0-1 finds the zone for strike two. That is put in play over to second base, but quickly a play made and tossed over to first base by the second baseman, Jaden Blaulick. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Caleb Campbell. First pitch to Campbell. In there for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 inside, 1 ball, 1 strike now. One. Taken down low, 1 ball and 1 strike. 2-1, excuse me. That breaking ball gets right across the zone. The quick snap of his arm from the lower arm angles, very effective, especially for hiding pitch grips and the baseball. It's hard to see till late. Campbell sends this one towards left center field. It drops for a base hit. Bloops one in there past the shortstop, Michael Perazzo, and the Lefties have one on the base paths here in the bottom of the 6th.
Baseman from Fordham University, number 37, Madden Otto.
Madden Akko here, the third baseman from Fordham University. The left-hander's first pitch on the way is up high. A ball. Wyatt Moeller on deck. Committed to St. Mary's Division I school. That pitch is in there for a strike. 1-1. That is shot left field. There it goes. Madden Akko cuts the deficit to 6-2. A long ball, and the silence was to watch it fly here at Civic Field. The crowd goes dead silent in awe of that baseball. It is 6-2 after a long shot by Madden Akko.
Second baseman from St. Mary's
And Wyatt Moeller, straight out of high school, looks to replicate that result. Sounded amazing off the bat from Matanako. The pitch on the way, 1-0. That's fouled away. One count, pitch on the way. Outside, a ball. 2-1 now. Two and one. Fly ball, right side, foul. Matanako puts this game back within reach for the Port Angeles Lefties here in Civic Field. This ball game 6-2 in the bottom of the sixth inning. Wyatt Moeller definitely looking for a base hit here. That is shot, but on the ground to third base. A play made on a jumping throw from the third baseman, Ken Tomataka. So, to the seventh inning we go. Lefties get just a bit closer. Put it back to a 4-run deficit with a 2-run shot from Matanako. We'll be back in the top of the seventh inning. Zach Wattis to lead things off here for the Ridgefield Raptors in the top of the seventh inning as we get towards the later stages of this ball game. 2/3 of the way through tonight. Grounded left side. Foul. 0-1 count. The 0-1 pitch on the way, swung on and blooped into left field. That'll drop for a base hit. Zach Wattis gets on the base pass to kick off the top of the seventh inning. It is Seamus Gallagher out of the bullpen for the Port Angeles Lefties late in this ball game. First pitch just up high for a ball. That is up high in the dirt in the backstop. And the runner advances to second base. Zach Wattis gets a free bag after leading the 7th inning off with a single. Fly ball. Sounded like it was hit hard, but it gets towards the line, shallow and foul. Drops out there in front of Luke Frodstrom. And the count is 2-1. It's 2-1. Gallagher looks back at second. Now to the plate here. Up high, ball 3. 3-1 count now. Lefties looking to stay within 4 here. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Gallagher working from behind in a 3-1 count. Comes set, pitch on the way. Curveball finds the zone. 3-2 now. Three and two, nobody out. And a runner in scoring position here for Ridgefield. The look back, Gallagher. The runner started to tail towards third base. He went early. You can see the Ridgefield third base coach down the line tell him to wait for the leg lift. He would have had him hung up there had he taken a step off. 3-2. Nobody out. The pitch on the way from Gallagher. Swung on, shot. Right center field, hit hard. Matisic trailing, looking, and it gets off the wall. The throw to the cutoff man is high. It hits Vasquez at short. And an RBI double of a laser hit off the wall. The runners trade spots. And that'll bring up Jaden Blalock. Reagan McCluskey with an RBI double to expand the lead to 7-2 here in Port Angeles. That pitch in there, a strike, going 1. A double there from McCluskey, 102 miles an hour off the bat. That's left inside, 1-1. One and one. That is left below the zone. A big league take there from Jaden Blalock. Two and one, nobody out still. A runner in scoring position again. That one hit to Matisic in center field. He's taking steps back towards the wall, but gets in front of it. He will try to throw out the runner, the cutoff throw. is there, but the runner tags. So on third now with one out. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Liam Ostrom. This is the spot that DHs live for. Runner on third, one out. Any batted ball could score the run here. Ostrom awaits and looks the first pitch in for a strike. Lefties warming up a right-hander in the bullpen. The 0-1 just outside a ball. Wave and a miss at the 1-1. And off speed. The 1-2. Strike three called. Slider catches the outside part of the zone, and a strikeout for Seamus Gallagher. There's two gone in the inning. That brings up the right fielder, Noah Albanese. A 1-1 fouled away. It's 1-2 now. One and two outs in the inning. Gallagher looking to shut down the Raptors, and does just that. Strike three swinging. Noah Albanese goes down the way of the K. We go to the bottom of the seventh inning. Lefties have a 5-run deficit to claw back from when we come back. Bottom of the seventh inning here. And it's Sam Matisich to kick things off here for the Lefties. They've got a slight deficit to crawl back from. 5 runs here in the bottom of the seventh inning. Matisich would like to start things off here, surely, with the bases empty and nobody out. Thompson fires the first pitch outside. Check swing down the first base line. Matisic in a foot race with Thompson, and he beats him there to the bag. An infield single. He legs it out. And quickly, traffic here in the 7th inning for the PA Lefties. Caden Thompson, a lefty from Richland, Washington. Lynn Benton Community College is where he spent his 2026 season. Appeared in 10 games, pitched 9 2/3 innings, gave up 11 hits, 14 runs, 13 of them earned, walked 25 batters, and struck out 10. Grounded up the middle and stopped on a diving attempt by the second baseman, Jaden Blalik, but he can't glove it. No outs recorded, and another infield single for the Lefties. Some traffic going here after Floodstrom's infield hit. And that'll bring up the shortstop and the top of the order, Angel Vasquez. Vasquez looking to drive in one here, if not both. The lefty snaps, fires, and it's fouled away, 0-1. On 1. Shot, right field, sounded good, but trailing in and making the grab out there is right fielder Noah Albanese for the first out of the inning. The runner advances from second to third base.
Carter Enoch.
Carter Enoch now for the Port Angeles Lefties. As that is shot foul. The Lefties trailing 7-2. Runners on the corners. Could use a base knock here from Enoch to keep the inning alive. Continue the late inning rally. That is inside and low, a ball. One ball, one strike to Enoch. And the kick, the pitch on the way. Line softly to short. 6-4-3. Double play. Lefties strand runners on the corners. And we go to the 8th inning. Time running out on Port Angeles. Ridgefield leads 7-2 when we come back. Ben Strutt kicking things off against Seamus Gallagher. In the 8th inning here in Port Angeles, Ridgefield holds a comfortable lead. As the first pitch finds the zone for a strike. Gallagher from the stretch, kicks, fires, and it's up high. 1 ball, 1 strike. He does go from the stretch with no runners on, but his stance is a little more offset, and he has higher of a leg kick. The motion takes a little bit more time with bases empty. Two and one. Strike. 2 called. Slider catches the outside part of the zone. And it's 2-2 now. Gallagher works his way back into it. Comes set, kicks, fires, and it's down low in the dirt for ball 3. Fills out the count 3-2. Action in the Lefties bullpen. A right-hander as Gallagher fires the 3-2. Ground ball. Moeller fires to first in time for the first out of the inning. A full count battle won by Seamus Gallagher up there on the mound.
Third baseman, number 6, Ken Tomataka.
Tomataka up now for the Ridgefield Raptors. He did reach base on the hit by pitch earlier. He's without a hit today. 1-0 count here with 1 out. Nobody on. Pitch on the way. Tomataka leaves it. Up high. 2-0. Fouled back. And the count moves to 2-1. That one not quite there. 3 balls and 1 strike. Fouled back. And the count goes full here. Each team with 6 hits. Lefties have issued more walks and given up more runs, along with 2 errors. But strike 3 called on the outer edge there for Seamus Gallagher. He collects the 2nd out of the inning.
The shortstop, number 10, Michael Peraza.
Michael Peraza, the shortstop, in now. Fouled back into the cage behind the plate. Hit his own one.
Feeling like P. Diddy. This context.
Gallagher into center field, base hit. Drops in front of Matisich, and the Raptors have 2-out traffic.
First baseman, number 20, JT Summers.
Peraza awaits the first pitch from Gallagher, tries to take it all the way, but it falls in foul territory. Floodstrom not able to get there on the run. Oh and 1, 2 outs here in the inning. And a pickoff move not in time. Another pickoff move not in time. Done setting over Civic Field as Sam Matisich trails back to his left to make the play. It is off the wall once again. Another run is going to come in to score as the cutoff throw is errant. It is blocked behind the plate by Carter Enoch, and the runner from second won't advance, but Peraza a 2-out double. And the Raptors an 8-2 lead. Taking off here in game one of this 3-game set.
Fielder number 23, Zach Wallace.
That is ripped right side of the infield. Moeller can't stop it on a dive. Wave from the third base coach. The throw from Luke Floodstrom goes off the metal pole at the corner of the backstop here. Hits the exact corner of the backstop. And another run for the Raptors, a 9 spot here as we are in the 8th inning.
Number 18, Regan McCluskey.
As a pitcher, Gallagher, that is not the type of throw you want to see your outfield having with 2 outs in the inning. Pitch on the way. Swung on, popped up. If it stays below the area of the net, it does. The Lefties get out of the inning, but not before giving up 3 more. The game goes to 9-2. Raptors lead. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Lefties trail by 6.
Put your trust in the
It's Ethan Wood to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning for the Port Angeles Lefties. Raptors lead 9-2 as the slider gets across the zone for a strike. 0-1.
Garrett Patterson, who pitched last night in the victory over the Portland Pickles, is on deck. Pinch hitter. That is smoked to the right side, but a sliding stop is in time from Jaden Blalik to get the runner, Ethan Wood, at first base. And now, the pinch hitter, Garrett Patterson.
Now batting for your Port Angeles Lefties, number 2, Garrett Patterson.
Patterson awaits the first pitch, sends it center field, hit hard, but right at Ben Strutt out there. And there's 2 gone here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Pitching has been excellent tonight. It's been 1 2-run homer for the Port Angeles Lefties off of Caden Thompson. Other than that, he's pitched 3 innings and recorded 4 hits allowed, 2 runs on that homer, and a strikeout. The first pitch to Caleb Campbell, the designated hitter, is up high for a ball. It's 1-0. That is cut on and missed. Looked to be an excuse me swing there. Decided late. It's 1-1 here with 2 outs. The pitch on the way. In there, a strike. It is 1-2. Strike 3 to Caleb Campbell. We go to the 9th inning. Lefties trail 9-2. The first pitch from Mason Say to open the top of the 9th inning is in there for a strike, 0-1. One ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 on the way. Shot left field, base hit. Jaden Blalik reaches base here in the top of the 9th inning as Mason Say kicks things off
with a hit allowed.
Designated hitter number 24, Liam Ostrom.
Liam Ostrom in now, the designated hitter for the Ridgefield Raptors. Pitch on the way. Say fires a strike on the outside corner. 0-1. And Cutter with movement. Gets the outside edge. 0-1 now. He comes set from the stretch. Takes a breath. Kicks and fires. Grounded left side. It's not going to be quick enough to get two. Do they get one? The throw is away. Wood picks it at first base. And an infield single for Liam Ostrom. Now, Noah Albanese.
Number 3, Noah Albanese.
Digging in now for the Ridgefield Raptors. Noah Albanese. Right fielder. As the first pitch to him is chopped away, foul. 0-1 count to him now. Nobody out in the inning. Runners on first and second.
Spotify can't play this right now. You have the file off your computer.
0-1. It's strike two now. 0-2. Oh and 2. Down low, called a ball, 1-2.
We got on deck. Is it still bench strap?
Strike three called on the outside edge. Mason Say records the first out of the inning. And that will bring up the center fielder, Ben Strutt.
The center fielder number 15, Ben Strutt.
Lefties trying to keep the deficit where it's at. Mason Say on the mound in charge of that.
Not mobile, not on computer. That's pretty weird.
First and second here. One man out. Pitch on the way. That's in there for a strike. Breaking ball. Makes it 0-1. It's down low. Kicks away from Enoch behind the plate. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch as Mason Say looks back at second base. It is shot right side past the glove of a leaping Wood. One run is going to score. The throw in from Floodstrom to second after the cut is not in time. It was a close play, but the throw did not get him over at second base. So, second and third after a double there with one out. Another run scores. And the Ridgefield Raptors have a 10-2 lead.
Third baseman number 6, Ken Tomataka.
Say. Now from the windup. Grounded, right side. It's going to be Wood. He will go. He would have gone to the bag at first base. Can't handle it at first. Say spikes the ball in frustration over towards the first base side dugout. The home dugout of the Port Angeles Lefties. An unearned run on the rapport for Mason Say. 11-2 now. The Raptors lead with runners on first and third. Fouled away, makes it an 0-1 count. Michael Perazzo in, watches the 0-1 for a ball. Perazzo tonight, 2 for 3 with a walk. Runner going, throw down to second is not in time. A ball. And now 2 runners in scoring position once again. 2-1 count here. Here's the pitch from Mason Say. Swing and a miss. Evens out the count. 2-2. Say is working in a game with wide margins at the moment. Probably going to wear this one. In fact, he will, as the Lefties bullpen trots into the dugout from right field. As the ground ball to shortstop, Vasquez fields and throws to first. The bullpen no longer out there in right. Everybody's cleared back into the dugout. That'll bring up JT Summers. So Mason Say will finish this ball game on the mound. That is shot right field, base hit. Another run will score here. JT Summers, an RBI knock. The game is 12-2.
Left fielder number 23, Zach Watt.
Zach Wattis stepping in now for the Ridgefield Raptors. And the first pitch from Say is down low for a ball. One and 0 with 2 outs. Shot right field on a line towards the corner, and it stays fair. It's going to be extra bases for Wattis, as another run will come in to score. It got past the wall out there in right field. As you see, it kind of cuts off out there towards the corner. It got into the extra territory out there. And Say now faces the number 5 hitter in the lineup, Reagan
Catcher number 18,
McCluskey. Lefties trail 13-2 now. First pitch down low, a ball. The 1-0 pitch in there for a strike.
That is down low. 2 balls, 1 strike now.
Two and one.
That is in there. Mason Say 1 strike away from getting out of the inning and bringing the Lefties to the 9th, where they have an opportunity to claw back at this deficit. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch from Say swung on, chopped into center field. Matisich towards his right, trailing, and he will not make the grab. Both runs will score, and a 2-run double for Reagan McCluskey makes it 15-2. Jaden Blalik up now for the Ridgefield Raptors. And out comes Colby Schuber. To have a talk with Mason Say. An 8 spot here in the 8th inning for the Ridgefield Raptors. They've expanded the lead to 15 runs to 2 runs, a 13-run margin between the two teams. And another runner in scoring position here with 2 men out in the inning. Waved at and missed for a first pitch, 0-1. Chopped. And it is out of play towards the left side, 0-2. Strike 3 called at the bottom of the zone. And Mason Say gets out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the 9th. And we go to the Lefties for a chance to rally. Madanako to kick things off here in the bottom of the 9th inning for the Port Angeles Lefties. A long way to climb back. 13-run deficit. But we've seen crazier things. As that is inside for ball 1. One and 0. 2 and 0. Two and 1 now. Now it's 2 and 2. Count is even. Madanako facing the new arm. Out of the bullpen, Mateo Rojas. Chopped left side. And the play. Tough play. Wow. Sports Center top 10 play right there. From the third baseman, Ken Tomataka. Backhanded, ran into it, and fired it on the run. As rain starts to fall here pretty heavily. Looks cartoonish almost from the outfield camera. It is pouring now, the sound coming through. And pouring rain out of nowhere here with one out here in the top or the bottom half of the 9th inning. One count to Wyatt Moeller. The waterproof plastic cover that obstructed the view from center field earlier now serves as very, very important as the rain starts to pour here at Civic Field. That is down low, called a ball, 2 and 2. Two and 2. Shot. Left field, weighed down by the rain towards the wall, or the foul line on the left side. And Moeller is down. And that'll bring up
center fielder from
Sam Matisich.
College. Number 11, Sam Matisich.
Yes. The 1-0 upstairs. 2 balls, no strikes now. Two and 0. Right center field. And the third out of this bottom of the 9th inning. The game goes final. 15-2. Ridgefield comes into Port Angeles. The Ridgefield Raptors make a statement win, the first game of the series of 3. Pure dominance offensively and defensively from the Ridgefield Raptors. The one highlight of the Lefties' day, well, there was 2, was the pitching appearance from the reliever who came in to face the Raptors lineup after the shaky first inning by Matt Capel. It was Devin Hewitt who went 4 1/3 innings and did not give up a hit. Struck out 9 batters, 5 of which looking, 3 walks, and things went downhill from there.
6 runs and 5 runs given up by a pitcher each, 2 runs by the other 2. And the other highlight of the night, Matt and Akko going high tower power home run over the left field fence. You can see the color of the sunset still fading back there behind the Civic Field outfield wall. Just past 9:35 p.m. here in Port Angeles, and I think that is a better time than any to wish you a good night from the Port Angeles press box. I am Mason McLean, and with the rest of the guys up here, we will see you tomorrow.